Alright, we gotta talk about rage music again, because somehow the sound went from being praised to people calling anything rage slop. And now the underground is in this weird place where rage basically runs everything, but at the same time everybody act like they hate it. Like one side treats rage artists like there's some meaningless noise, and the other side a loud rage beat and call it generational to Slimy fans and Blood fans. So I want to talk about rage, where it came from, how it evolved, why people are getting tired of it, and why I still think people disrespect it way too much.
Hey, Doritos.
When people think of rage, they probably go back to the whole 2021, 2023 era, and 2020 of course, because that's when Mr. Rage came out and Off the Map and all that. But this sound really exploded from artists like Cardi, Fago, Trippy, Ken, Lone, and all of them. Maybe less Lone. Lone was kind of known for more ambient stuff, but yeah. Especially after Mr. Rage and that whole like Off the Map, obviously whole lot of Red era started taking over. Everything became like huge, blown out 808s, spacey melodies, and like this weird crazy energy. And honestly at the time it was very refreshing, because like rap was just entering a whole new era, like full like rock influence, and rage wasn't just loud music at a point. As you have more like, not everyone could blow up from rage, but like Ken made it aggressive. Like in 2023 Ken made the like set the whole distortion wave on. Fago made it more melodic and floaty, and Cardi made it just feel more like punk and like more rock as a whole. And then at this point suddenly everybody wanted to use rage beats, and we're at that point now of underground rapper you could scream into a mic nonsense over loud weights and people will say the underground is safe and you're the greatest rapper ever. That's kind of how rage has evolved at this rate, and that's where the term rage slop starts to appear and come in, because eventually obviously rage rap is going to get over exaggerated and bad when like the three biggest people in the underground, Osama Son, Che, and Net, are rap on the same rage beats and by the same producers, all that. Same presets, same vocals, same aesthetic, same cover art, same mysterious outside down cross gimmick. Just the repeated thing. You start hearing songs where it just feel like nobody cared out about music. People just want to hear distorted beat plus loud mix, boom, greatness. And rage got so dominated that some fans started treating anything slower or more lyrical like it was boring. Artists like Until Japan, this whole new Atlanta wave with PZ, Skate Star, all that, they get hated on by rage fans, and anyone that's not making rage gets trashed on. Like look at Nick at Night, he's the biggest advocate for rage. That's the problem. He hears anything that's not rage and he's sleeping, straight snooze fest. Meanwhile non-rage fans act like rage artists have zero skill at all, which I think both ways are dumb, because rage obviously takes creativity when it's done well. Like look at Che, Breast and Bass, Psychotic, that's rage done well and not just slop like Too Slimy. The problem is when everybody copies the same formula, the same personality for the music and the same aesthetic, that's what people call rage slop. And sometimes underground rap fans really gas up anything. Like respectfully, Too Slimy literally has a fan base. That's the sad. Why does Too Slimy have a fan base? And I feel like the funniest thing, this whole new subgenre like rage has evolved so much that there's different forms of rage. Like Lucy doesn't sound like Osama Son, Slayer doesn't sound like Che, but one thing they all have in common is the rage sound. Like all rages sound different in a way. Like when it's not just someone copying someone, it's different. Even technically, I know this is Too Slimy once again, but even by logic, his rage sounds different from anything we've heard before. I think if you're tired of rage, there's a whole new ambient Atlanta side that's going on with Skate Star, PZ, Neo versus You, and the Southside Silhouette, that whole side of the underground. Even artists like Skywater have changed a lot over time. They're more heavier Jersey club music, sample heavy, and I really have this rage unique sound, which I kind of hate because I like their old music more, but like that kind of shows that there's different forms of rage that's kind of taking over. The issue is when trends get copied faster than they evolve, and because every artist starts chasing fame because they see the big three of the underground like Net, Osama and Che making the same, well not making the same rage music, I just said make different music, but like having this rage aesthetic with the same aesthetic. They don't have their own identity, their own sound, and it's working for them, so the other people think it could work for them as well. So it's like a repeated cycle. Obviously I think everyone should agree that rage has changed the underground forever and made underground rap feel more exciting again, and push production more forward, and about a whole like new aesthetic and energy to it. But yeah, it says overdone, not because rage is bad, but because people copy the basic and surface level of rage and ruin the reputation of rage as a whole. And I don't know, I got both sides of the underground. Like the whole hyper pop J Remover fan base hates on people like this, and every other fan base hates, and when they hear rage, the term rage slop is trash. I mean, you have artists like Slayer who make rage music calling it rage slop, and he makes rage music. So like the underground really needs both uniqueness and rage music. Like you can have both, you can do both without hating on the other. But yeah, that's my opinion, and I'm out.
Down on the fucking A. We can fuck, but you can't be back. I made some money today.